I see the red light.
I'm proud of you. Theme song, theme song, theme song. Theme song.
Theme song.
Hi.
Welcome to When Wife Gives You Lemons. Welcome to Better Late Than Never, the podcast.
We're trying, guys. We're like hanging
It's been
on.
by threads right now.
Yeah.
Not us. We are fine.
Yeah.
Us together, we are fine. It's the family around us crumbling left and right, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good time.
Good time.
Yeah. So but I do have some fun notes.
I have some notes too.
Mine are fun.
I think mine are too.
Okay, so I have, let me start with one here. Oh yeah, that one's not fun.
Uh-oh.
The first one's not going to be fun. So, I watched...
the first one?
Yeah. I watched the documentary. Is that too bright?
It feels bright. I feel like I'm fat right now.
Just because you're
and
bundled up.
And I know I'm not.
You're bundled up.
I'm on the Ozempic, guys. I'm actually really tiny.
Wow. Way to tell everybody. I don't know. So anyway, look, I softened it.
Thank you. You softened my fat. Cool.
Oh, my fat. So anyway, I started looking. I don't know what came across. I was listening to a Honeydew with Ryan Sickler.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Great podcast. Great dude. Great podcast. He also does one called The Honeydew with Y'all, where he has regular people call in. They tell these fucking banana stories, right? And you've heard some of them when Josh Wolf comes in.
Yeah.
And he tells this one about this kid who is in Austin, right? He goes to see Tom Segura, and him and his buddies. He gets super hammered, like he gets way fucking hammered, like way more than like normal for whatever reason. And he said he didn't drink any more than normal either. But anyway, that he remembers. Anyway, so he's goes and sees Tom Segura, goes drinking with his buddies afterwards, somehow ends up wandering off, and he's missing for 3 days.
Oh shit.
He's found under a bridge, barely alive, in a coma.
Oh shit.
So then he spends another month in a coma.
Oh shit.
So the last thing he remembers, is going to the Tom Segura or whatever. So he comes to, and everything starts pointing at this, the possible serial killer that runs around Austin and Texas, right? So so far there's 11 men and 2 women. So he targets men. And big or small. Like even one dude, he was like this bouncer guy. He's like, I had a whiskey and soda at one place. We went to 4 bars. I had 1 drink in each bar. He goes, I can hold my liquor. I'm a big man and I can hold my liquor. He goes, I had the 4th one and I couldn't walk. I couldn't barely move. I was trying. Right. So it's all coming out of the same area. So anyway. So the documentary is called No Swimming in Ladybird Lake.
Okay.
So Ladybird, obviously Lynn Johnson's wife, Ladybird. Right. So she, this little like waterfront in Austin was just garbage, and she got it all fixed up, made this cool thing. So they called it Ladybird Lake, but from the time it opened, it's just dead bodies keep showing up, right? Like some people drowning or whatever, and these accidents. But then people started showing up dead, and then. Like, they'd have, like, bound marks. And they were like, oh, it was suicide, you could tell. But, but there's, like, bind marks. Like, cops are just not doing anything. And this goes on and on and on from, like, 1960 or 70s to like, modern today. You know what I mean? Into, like, 2000 teens.
Right.
And so these bodies just keep showing up. But there's coincidence. Lots of these weird, and obviously they're probably not. So they think that kid, the parents think the kid was, because he was found below a bridge, that he was thrown off the bridge.
Oh.
And they thought he killed him, and he survived. So obviously they don't know much more than that, but when he was on the honeydew, and Ryan's like, I gotta call Tom, man. So of course he FaceTimes Tom. He's like, this fucking kid fucking almost died going to your fucking show.
That's fucking crazy.
It was fucking bananas, and they actually used Ryan's one of Ryan's clips in that documentary.
Oh shit.
Because it just goes to show, like, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier and like today, there's all these.
You know, they say that the serial killer didn't start until Kill Tony went there.
That's what they say.
And
well, I don't know. I mean, if it's the same, but they're talking about this has been going on for decades.
Oh, then okay.
But since they've gotten there in 2020, yes, there has been a string for sure, and that has been people looking, it's odd or whatever, suspect or
right, because they used to say that William Montgomery.
Coincidence, probably, but.
I can tell you who it is, though.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who?
Okay, it's Garth Brooks.
Well, see,
and it's because Tom Segura
Tom thinks it's
started that fucking thing.
Didn't he get like a cease and desist on him or something?
Yeah, because it's not true. He just said it, and it fucked in Garth Brooks. So it's Garth Brooks, and funny. He's gonna frame Tom Segura. And you're welcome. I just solved the case.
That would be funny. But I just thought that was so wild, that ladybird lake. It was like an hour and a half of just this crazy fucking...
That is nuts.
Of Austin. It's just Austin. Uh-huh. Like, Austin is like not a good place.
Right.
Austin is not a good place.
I know.
When you're looking at everything, it has a couple of polished places, but it is not a good place. Like, it is bad.
It's
bad news.
Shit, man.
So, anyway... If you get a chance, watch No Swimming in Ladybird Lake. It's really crazy.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Okay. So somebody reached out to me and was like, "Bro, check this shit out."
Okay.
So I click on the link and I start reading up on it. And it's a story about this girl. She goes on a blind date with this guy. He's a fairly normal guy, nothing, no red flags really, but no real, just plain.
Right.
She goes, it was cool though, we talked, it was great, we had dinner, whatever. She goes like, so 10 months later I was in town or something, or he was in town or something, and he reached, hey, we should go, hey, you know what, that's cool, yeah, we had a good time last time, I'll have dinner with him again. So she goes to dinner, and they're talking, and she goes, this time, she goes, oh, I really like that bracelet, and he goes, oh, it's my jizz. And she goes, what? And he goes, it's my jizz. And he pulls out a UV light and he's showing this bracelet that there's a company.
You made my nose twitch.
There's a company that you jizz.
Wait, please say it's a company.
There's a company.
It's punny too.
That takes your jizz. And like freezes it and like turns it into like these pearls, and then like molds it inside these like little crystal things or whatever. So when you look at it in the light, you see all these little spots, and it's the fucking nut butter.
Well, I know what you're getting for Christmas.
I'm getting a nut butter bracelet.
Yeah, I'm gonna just a night while you're sleeping.
Can I have a nut? You're gonna jerk mine off?
It's gonna be a surprise.
You're going to milk me in my sleep?
Yeah.
You'll be like, did I have a wet dream?
They do that to breast milk. They make jewelry out of breast milk.
So it's probably the same concept, but with jizz.
Concept?
So she's like, all of a sudden that was a little weird. Like the article was kind of weird.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Why would you want to wear your jizz?
It's like, check it out. It's like part of me.
It burns.
It's all my babies. Look. They've been around for a long time.
Are you done?
You're
so gross. What's your next one?
So the last one, and this probably will mean nothing to anybody but me and maybe like one other person. Maybe listener 25 who likes racing.
Okay.
But I was watching I've been watching a lot of classic racing on YouTube lately. And I was watching this race. It's 1985. And it was 1982. 83. I don't know, somewhere in there. So they're
like 20 years ago.
It was like yesterday. So anyway, so when this happens, the like Darrell Waltrip is racing. You know, he's an old legend of the NASCAR. You know, so back then he's in his young prime. Something happens to his car, and he's in the pit. They're on pit road, and something happened, like he had an accident or something. He's on pit road, and this guy Jack Root, who's an old school dude, he's like, we're on pit road, and this is the accident. You know, it looks like he's got some damage to the left rear. Let's get in there and reach in and see if we can get a word. He's like steps over the pit wall and sticks the microphone into the car while he's on pit road. He's like, Darrell, what happened? Like, and I go, oh my God, like, he's like in his lap right now. Like, you would never see that shit today.
No.
You would, yeah, but they're like 9 seconds today, so you'd be like, they're done. Back then they had like 45-second stops. But it was like, holy shit, like he literally like hopped over the wall and like stuck the microphone in his face. You're all good. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. Like the sport was fucking nutty back then.
That's funny.
Oh, did I tell you about the last race of the season over at Phoenix last couple weeks ago when they were getting ready to go green and the pace car turned off really late?
I watched it.
And he smashed and the pace car crashed.
I watched it. You made me watch it.
I've seen that happen, like not just that, but I've seen pace cars get crashed like 6 times in my life. It's awesome. It makes me laugh. There's one in India where they fully lost control coming down and they freaking crashed hard in a convertible car. Oh. Everybody survived, and then there's another one where somebody was coming out of the pits and the pace car turned right in front of them.
Oh shit!
And they destroyed the pace car. And Dale Earnhardt used to like to rub on it.
Fucked up.
He used to do shit like that.
They're all crying.
They used to come up and bump on it. Like Kyle Busch had his family was in the pace car and he rolled up and he started bumping the pace car.
That's so fucked up.
Right, this is funny. So yeah, anyway, so I thought that was really funny. I probably had more notes and thought things I could make go longer, but it's not. So it's just been a lot.
I have notes.
Well, yeah, because last weekend we were up.
But I have notes that are not that.
I know, but last weekend we were up at your.
We'll talk about that later. Let me tell you about my other notes. These are fun.
Okay, let's stay good.
Okay, so the other night before we were driving to Fresno, I couldn't sleep. And I just start going to sleep. And for some reason, my phone was on vibrate. My phone's always on silent. And it kept going, and it was motion at your front door, motion at your front door. And I was like, man, that's a lot of motion. And this has happened one before because a spider decided to build its web in front of our ring. So every time the spider would walk by, it would set off the ring doorbell.
So I'm like, do you think they know I'm here?
So I'm like, okay.
Do you think they'll let me in?
Well, it was the night that you cooked the weenies and burgers on the barbecue.
Okay. Right.
So I pull it up, and there's a cat on our barbecue. And you left out like a utensil, which I threw away, by the way. And it's all licking it. And then it curled up on top of it because it was still warm. And it was really cold that night. But
hilarious.
Every time
it's a warm spot.
Every time it'd flick its tail, it set off the ring light. And I was all, like in my head, I'm all, you can stay there. Just stay still.
Right. Stop it with the tail.
I took a picture of it. I screenshotted it.
Oh, that's great. I'll have to check that out.
And then,
he's like, you don't know I'm here.
Okay, and you'll enjoy this one. So the other night, I was at the Comedy Store massaging. And I was massaging Eric Griffin. And Josh walks by me. It was that night I was like, do you think this shirt is... Oh, it was when I wore my red pants. And I was like, these pants are too low.
Right, and you're like, am I showing too much butt crack?
Yeah. Well, I'm massaging Eric Griffin. Josh walks by me and goes, Batman, huh, Joy? And I was like... And so I like tried to pull it down, and Justine and all of them already know because I told them my Batman joke. So they're dying
Josh
laughing.
Never knew that.
Josh
so
never
funny.
knew. And they're dying laughing. And Eric goes, what am I missing? And I go, nothing. And then I don't know who it was. One of them, Justine or someone, was all, tell him, Joy. And I was all, I have the Batman tramp stamp. And Eric's all, no, you don't. And I was like, yeah, I do. He goes, do you talk about it on stage? I'm all, the only reason I still have it. And then Rebecca's like, well, you can always get it like covered, and I go, and I turn around and I lift it up, and she's all, oh. And she's like, you can get it lightened. I was like, no, because I talk about it on. But it was just so funny the way Josh is all, and he goes, that was unexpected. It's like, yeah, thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Oh, then I massaged Harland, and he's so funny because he's like, thanks, kid. Like, kid, I feel really good after this, kid. And I was like, well, you're my Uncle Larry from Fresno. He's all, that's right, kid. Well, he was telling us a story because one of the people, I can't remember, I think it might have been Eric, but somebody goes, hey, like, I really love you. Like, and then so he started talking about Dumb and Dumber.
Right, okay.
And Harlan...
Okay, yeah, I wanted to hear the story.
Okay, so Dumb and Dumber was the first time Harlan got on the big screen. That was his first thing. Like
really?
Yeah.
Damn. I thought Half-Baked was.
I think
anyway.
So...
Anyway, well, it was one of his earlies.
Yeah, and he said, so he gets invited to the premiere, and he goes, it was at the Cinedome, he said.
Okay.
And he gets there, and he's got there late because he didn't realize it was such a big deal.
Right.
Right. So they're like ushering him in, and they get him, and he has his own like assigned spot.
Oh,
so
shit,
he's
okay.
sitting in his like assigned spot, and he goes, and my scene came on, and he goes, it's the first time I've ever seen myself on the big screen like that. So it was like, whoa. And he's watching it, and he's drinking.
Right. He drinks the pee bottle.
Right, and he does that.
Right.
Like he's doing that noise and stuff, and somebody behind him is like laughing hysterically. So he turns around and it's Richard Pryor in his wheelchair laughing at his scene. And he goes,
cool.
He's like, it was the most like validating, like, holy shit, this
like
huge
moment,
legend is laughing at like, and I don't know, I thought it was a really cool story.
That is really cool, actually. That's really, really cool.
And then I also, on the goddamn Comedy Jam, they were all playing, I think I told you this story already, they're all playing, and I walked in the back and I go, can I ask you guys something? And they're like, yeah, and I go, what were you all thinking when Ari did that on Kill Tony? And then like they were all,
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we're fans and friends of Kill Tony, the pretty huge podcast right now. And he had this big live show, and Ari Shaffir took a dump on stage, but they had it at Skankfest, and it was all blacked out or blurred out.
No,
at least it was edited when we got to it.
They didn't even. Well, that's what the band said. They go, how crazy is it that they didn't even just like black it out or blur it out? Ari did a video that they slapped over it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw that.
Because it was so bad that.
That's right, I did. I saw that where he's like, at this point, this is where you would see me take a huge...
He doesn't say what he does.
Right, or whatever he does, yeah.
And then, but you see the crowd's reaction around it.
Right.
But it was so bad that they couldn't even, like, just black it out. And he pooed on stage, and the band was like, they're like, you never, like, see another human take a poop. Like, we watched it come out, and they're like, but the worst part about it was the copious amounts of blood.
It's disgusting.
And then I was like, I'm sorry, did I just like bring up a bad memory? And they're just like, you could just see it in their faces, like they just came back from war, and it was just like, I reminded, how was Vietnam, guys? Like,
how was that show? Damn, that's nasty.
And then besides the parent stuff, but last year Yelp called me because I just started Massages by Joy. Yelp called me and they're like, we'll give you $350 of a credit that you can use for advertising. And I was like, okay, so I used it. Well, then I started getting all these calls. It was when I started getting all of those nasty calls.
That's when you were getting, yeah.
All these people are asking me to massage their lower stomach.
Can you massage my asshole?
Yeah, so I only used like $50 worth of this credit. And then I called them and I was like, I'm done. Well, Yelp is very aggressive. They are very aggressive. So this guy, for some reason, has gotten in his head that he wants me to do Yelp. And they're offering me the $350 to do the Yelp again. And I was like, no. And he goes, well, why? And I go, well, because last time I got all of these calls, and they were all inappropriate. And I was like, it was just too much.
Yeah, it was unprofessional.
And I go, and I'm busy enough. I don't need this, right? So I was like, hey, I have to go. My first massage is here. Well, he keeps emailing me and messaging me, and I was like, I don't know how to tell you no harder. Like, I've already told you no.
Like, now I'm being assaulted.
Right. And then, like, and now he's checking, like, my Vagaro. And he's like, well, I could make an appointment right now, so you still can fill in spaces. And I was like, dude, I did 7.5 today. Like, that's my lunch. Fucking leave it alone. You know, and then, like, I was like, dude, I want to do a Yelp review on you. I'm going to fucking Yelp you.
Right.
But I got him because he was like, you know, I started looking at it, and you said that you were getting all these nasty calls. He goes, but since when you were doing the promo with us, you only got one call from Yelp. And in my head, I'm all, got you. And I was like, well, if I only got one call after doing it for a month, I go, why would I even need you guys anyway if you only got me one call? And he's all, and I was like, no. So I emailed him, and I was like, no. And then he's like, hey, I got your email, but I really think, and I was all, and no. I checked your Vagaro, and I was like, man, these Yelp people, and that's why I stopped with them last year. They're so incredibly aggressive.
They gotta be getting some sort of commission.
Oh, they do, but they're so incredibly aggressive. Like, I'm Yelping Yelp. You guys are mean. You are invasive. And you need to leave me alone.
It's like having somebody, like, up in your face. Hey, I'm in your personal space. What are you doing? What are you doing?
You know, I saw that you put
You're
4
like,
marshmallows.
dude, are you fucking stalking me?
Yeah, you saw that you put 4 marshmallows in your mouth. I'm going to put another marshmallow in your mouth. There could be another one.
I could get you an extra marshmallow.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't want to.
I see you can only take 3 inches of dick. I bet I could find 5.
And then we went up north to start cleaning out my parents' house. We found some really cool stuff. We found a picture of Marilyn Monroe's vagina.
So, or how weird is it when you're looking through the boxes and you see a picture of me holding your puppy?
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
John Barnett, Snowball.
Yeah, you're always talking about, I had this dog, Snowball.
Oh,
I played with your dog.
She was such a good dog.
I played with your dog.
And then
there's a picture of it.
We found,
so weird.
In plastic, we found the newspaper of the day Elvis died.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that's true.
We found some really crazy coins and stuff. And then we found a bunch of pictures of Baby Joy with rat poop all over it because they care. They care about me.
You had rat poop all over Baby Joy?
On pictures.
Just kidding.
Joy pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we found some really cool stuff. We threw away a lot of stuff. John's going back tomorrow.
Hopefully we'll get something done.
We'll see.
I'll find out by like 10 a.m. I'll know.
Parents are really hard.
No. Parents who don't want help are really hard.
I hope none of you guys have to deal with shit because it's, you know, we've always talked about like how I joke about like how disappointing my parents are, like last year when they were supposed to come up for Christmas and then they decided not to.
And you go to the wrong place.
And I get
for field trips.
Yeah, they take me to the wrong place. My class thinks I'm dead. You know, they say they're gonna do something and they don't, and I get surprised every fucking time. It's like Buddy the Elf in Elf, and every time he does the Jack in the Box, and every time he gets surprised, but you know it's gonna happen, but you still jump every fucking time.
So that.
Yeah, it's making me and my brother closer.
I'm itching my wiener right now. You can't see it, but I am.
That's beautiful. That's poetry, John.
Yeah.
Oh, we found some of my old poetry. That was bad. We found my brother's DARE certificate and his letter on why he won't chew drugs.
So there's a picture you have right here, and I kept it on top. Pull that picture off the very top.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. Is that the one? Yeah. I've seen that look. You were fucking pissed in this picture. I've seen 20 years. I have seen this motherfucking look. This look. I saw that and I go,
yeah, I'm in trouble.
I did. I was like,
I better buy her candy.
I've seen that look. That is a fucking look of fucking go fuck yourself.
Who am I with? Oh, I'm with my Aunt Sandy. That's my 4th birthday.
Yeah, you were pissed.
Oh, I posted it on Instagram though, but I found a picture of me doing dishes. And then on the back it says Joy Simpson, poor baby.
Because you had to do work.
Because I was the girl.
That's what you do.
I was the parent, and I still am the parent. And
yes, you are. You and now. At least you got some co-parenting with your brother now.
That is true. My parents.
You and your brother are co-parenting.
That is true. We're co-parenting our parents, and they
are fighting every inch of this.
My parents are back at their house, and they shouldn't be. And that's where John gets to go tomorrow. I have to work, and so we'll see what's going to happen.
I'm not worried about for me. I'm fine.
I don't see any of the next couple weeks ending well.
No, so it's going to be weird.
Yeah, which is why we were late for this one, because...
Hopefully we'll try to do them earlier.
We were going to do the podcast yesterday, but that's when I found out my parents drove home. And so there's a lot going on, so bear with us. We're going to try. It is funny, though, because I told my brother that when we're throwing my parents' stuff away, that... we had to do it respectfully. So every time we'd throw big things into the dumpster, we would just yell respect. All respect! Our foreman was a TV tray
That's right.
that had Tom Selleck on it.
The 70s TV tray said Magnum PI.
Yeah, and it had Tom Selleck. And by the way...
why we needed that?
You just need to laugh. Like we had to.
No. Why did it have to live? I don't know.
But the best part about it is that Tom Selleck TV tray was taken better care of than my baby pictures.
That, and we still haven't found Adam's friggin' diploma.
High school diploma, and Joe.
Jesus.
And and then I found my old Pogs. Which is so stupid, but I couldn't throw them away, so I had to hand them to John or Adam.
No, Brody took them.
Brody took them. Yeah, I was like, I need the Pogs.
He shipped them.
Yeah. So I
can't imagine what we're gonna see pulled out of there when we get back.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be empty.
I know.
Everything's gonna be back that's not broken.
I know, and things that are broken. It's so bad. This is so awful. They're trying. They're trying really hard.
No. To what? Not do anything?
My parent push me away.
Well, they're winning right now. They're pushing both their kids away. They're being assholes.
I wish this on none of you,
anyway.
And I want to get rid of everything in our house. So that's fun. So just bear with us.
December 7th, we'll be doing that because that's a dump day. Free dump.
December 8th is the... Oh, I can't say that out loud. Never mind. We'll talk about it after the 8th.
Yeah. Let us get out of here.
Okay. Lick, clit, surprise.
Thanks for checking us out.
I could have made this funny. John made me stop.
Don't make anything funny.